Hello and welcome to the incredibly influential and highly successful podcast. My name is Kael. I'm incredibly influential.
My name's Danny, and I'm highly successful.
Dude, do you have like heat stroke or something?
I like blanked for like a half a second. Like I heard you say it, and I was like, I know my line. And then like whenever I had the whenever I had to say it, I was like, what was my line again? I was like, line, where is it?
When you said, "Hey, I'm Danny," I got confused for a second there because usually Maxwell's up first, but Maxwell's in the back. Unfortunately, we will have no Katarina this week. Do you want me to explain that first, or do you want to talk about your fucking bullshit first?
What do you mean? Is it average week in Texas? What do you want me
That's
to?
true. You're right. You're right. That's fair. We went over it last episode, but yeah, that's fair. That's exactly the thing. To the point where literally not fucking 8 episodes before, we released an episode called Powerless in Texas, which is now retroactively going to be known as Powerless in Texas Part 1. Here, I'll literally go back and edit the title for you. Here.
Well, you don't gotta do all that for me.
Well, I'm mostly doing it for Greg Abbott because he can eat a bag of dicks. Um, but so basically, I'm a little bit frazzled right now. I'm sweating. I'm literally sweating right now.
Don't sweat.
Fuck you. I'm so stressed right now. So right now it is I think we've talked about this. I'm taking 2 summer classes. For those of you in the audience who are just joining or who don't remember, honestly, I don't remember telling you, so you probably don't remember hearing it. But I'm taking 2 summer classes, and it's dead week. But they're like really shortened summer classes, so it's the full 16 weeks crammed down into one 8-week class and one 4-week class. And the 4-week class is very labor intensive, and the 8-week class has crammed in a lot of quizzes right now. But those are due first, so I have to get rid of those first. And then I have 2 projects to do that are in Microsoft Access. And if you know anything about me or anything about this show, Danny, you'll remember a couple of years ago, I was taking a summer class where I had to do Microsoft Access, and it made me want to blow my brains out. And it still makes me want to blow my brains out. So, Microsoft Access has not improved since fucking 2 years ago when we were talking about this back in like August 2022. So
I forget why we don't like Microsoft Access.
it's so boring, and there's so many features and nobody really uses it. It's basically unnecessary. Microsoft Excel is fine. If you are in a position where you need to use Microsoft Access, you should change your position rather than change your fucking software. That's at the end of the day, that's just how it is. Microsoft Access sucks. It's so boring, and I hate it. So I'm super stressed about that. And on top of that, I'm leaving on. So right now it is Wednesday, 17th of July. Where it's about 9:30 p.m. Eastern right now. I have 12 plus, what is that, 60 hours left before I'm going to my dad's, and I can't really bring anything to go to my dad's. Like, I can't bring my whole PC setup, so I'm just gonna bring like a laptop to finish any homework that I don't have already done, which would already be bad. So right now I'm trying to get done like 20 different things right now, including.
Well, you can come in.
What were you gonna say?
No, just keep talking for a second.
Okay. I have to get done 1 more quiz for marketing, 2 projects for the Microsoft Office class, then 2 more projects due on Tuesday, including 2 discussion posts and 2 replies each. So 4 replies, 2 discussion posts. Those are due on Tuesday. I have 1 quiz on Wednesday. I want to try and get those done because I like to be early on things. So like I'm not getting back to where I'm at in Florida until either Monday afternoon or Tuesday afternoon. And so it's just like yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. So I had a couple of weeks here at the beginning of my little Florida summer vacation, and I have like 1 week there at the end where like I'm finally gonna be done and everything's fine and I can just relax. But like everything in between has just been like work, 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 and schoolwork, schoolwork, schoolwork. But man, I have, and then I have to go back on the 1st of August. Um, Driving all the way back to Tennessee on Thursday, and then on Friday probably stay in Tennessee, probably fly my mom back home, and then Saturday morning I'll leave, and that'll just be like yeah, and then I'll be back home, and then I have to get that ready for school. I have to might be getting roommates. I don't know. I'm struggling. I'm struggling. There's a lot of stress right now. I'm sweating bullets just thinking about it. So, yeah, that's my life right now. Um oh, and you know what? Danny's dealing with his brother and his brother's girlfriend right now. So I'll keep talking and we'll just continue going over my schedule. So as soon as I get home, I need to go get my textbooks for I'm taking 5 classes next semester over in the fall, and then I need to. I'm like I said, I might be getting roommates, so I have to worry about that. I have to get that set up. I have to like give them a tour of the house, um, maybe buy some furniture, shit like that. Move them in, and then after that, I'm going on vacation. I'm flying back down to Florida, and then yeah, so that's gonna be awesome. I'm really super stoked about that. And immediately as I'm back from vacation, fucking school starts like the next day. Or sorry, I think I get one Sunday of rest, which I assume will just be spent doing I don't know actually. Uh isn't that the question? Now I'm wondering. Well, I'm waiting for Danny to come back. Uh, but how about I pause it till Danny comes back? How about that? All right, we're back. Sorry, Danny has. I was gonna say a lot on his plate, but I think it'd be more accurate to say a lot on his desk right now. But
Well, no, like one of the times I did leave was to get a plate.
Jesus fucking Christ! Oh my God! All right, but yeah,
I didn't tell you why it left, did I?
well, now you guys know what the fuck is stressing me out in my life. Fucking Danny, how was it living without power for let's see, what was it? Was it like a week and a half?
It was about a week. It was from Monday, and
Monday to
then
Sunday. Yeah.
yeah, I came on like Saturday night, so I got it, when I woke up on Sunday. But
Did you have to throw out everything in your fridge except for the beer, of course?
uh, well, what happened was my grandfather uh found a generator, and he decided to plug in only the refrigerator, and we had an AC unit, and then there was a third cord that we used to charge our phones, and that's pretty much it. I tried my best to convince him to plug in the microwave. I was like, it's going to be a good investment. Just trust me on this. The microwave's the goaded maneuver here, right? But
I don't know. I don't
he
know.
wouldn't go for it.
I think I think phones like think about it like this, right? Think about it like this. I think phones might be more useful, honestly.
No, but hear me out, right? Like, we don't need the microwave to be going on 24/7. I'm just saying, like, let me like unplug the phone cord, plug in a microwave for a couple minutes. You can have the phone cord back right after. I'm just
But
saying.
isn't everyone charging their phones on it at least at one point, or is it like an extension or like a power brick that like? you everyone plugs a fucking plug in, and then everyone's charging their phone all at once,
Oh
or
yeah, man, we got like a power surge on it. Don't worry, we got tons and tons of outlets. You know, it's not like we're nobody's. It's not like we're struggling on power. At least I wasn't, because I also like at nighttime when everybody was asleep, I charged both of my power banks.
that's smart. That's a good
So
investment.
so I would just chill in my room most of the day, just on my phone. And then if my phone started to die, I would be like power bank one. And then if the first power bank went out, I was like power bank two.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. I mean, there wasn't too much you could do outside of work. You know, you
But
just
I
go to work
just
and do that. Yeah.
I couldn't convince him. Well, no, work was canceled.
You know what? That makes sense. I bet they probably didn't have power either.
Yeah, but I got paid for all the days that I didn't work, which is great. Love that.
Hey, working for nothing. Fucking dire straits, head ass.
I
Money for nothing.
wish,
Yeah.
I've always told uh people, that working for nothing would be like my dream job. So like, for a little bit I got to live the dream.
This is working. This is money for nothing.
I told my brother just earlier today because we had to go do some errands for him. I was
hmm
like, you know what I need? I need like those jobs you see in the movies all the time.
Uh,
Where like you just see somebody sitting at a counter all day and like it's just a super not busy like shop and I'm just like where are those jobs at? They're probably all taken, to be honest with you.
they're either all taken or they're in dying fucking shopping malls that are
I
about
don't
to close down anyway. That the problem with
like
what you've just described is there's no fucking job security
well,
because
no, but I'm just I, it'd be nice for like a little bit, like if I had like a school job or if I was going to school at the same time. That way at least I could it's a little less I could do like some schoolwork or something, read a book, I don't know. Do something else. Because at my
yeah,
job, like I can read a book sometimes, but other times the managers will get on me. They'll be like, "You're not supposed to be reading your book here." I'm like, well, "Whatever."
yeah. I mean,
I
you want to know the
guess.
shitty part? You want to know the shitty part? I don't have a job like that, but I just have not had time. Well, I have. I guess I have had time to read books, but right now I've been watching fucking House right now. I
House MD.
Yeah, I forget what I finished watch. I was watching something and I think I finished it. And it was and now I'm just watching House this summer. I'm on season 3 already. Uh
Instead of calling it House of the Dragon, they should call it House of the Bad Dragon.
Shut up. It's a good fucking YouTube short. So what he's talking about is after recording, if you guys didn't know, after recording, oh Jesus, I think he's dead. But after recording the last episode with Kat, um, I, she and I were talking as I was editing, and I, in my tired, delirious state, I said, "Hey, what if instead of House of the Dragon, it was called House of the Bad Dragon?" And instead of fighting each other with swords, they fought each other with dildos. And then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll make a YouTube short out of it. And then I'll put it on Instagram Reels as well. And I was like, you know what? I'll pay $70 on Instagram Reels to advertise it to I don't fucking know how many people. I think we're at 600 now. I don't know. I paid fucking $70 to advertise it. I don't know. Oh fuck me. It's dumb. It's dumb. Um yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I did that, honestly.
I'm here. I'm here. I
Okay.
just
Uh-huh.
I just had to grab some napkins, but I had my headset on the whole time.
Okay, good. I'm glad. I'm glad you heard every word of that. But yeah.
The setup was great, right? I was like, I just wanted to bring it up because I saw it like 2 times. I think I saw it once on the
YouTube shorts.
podcast. No, I saw it once on the podcast Instagram, and I saw it a second time when you like redid it on like your regular Instagram.
Oh yeah. Yeah. On my Instagram stories. Well, I gotta post it fucking ever. I paid to promote it. I might as well do as much free promotion as I can.
I went into the YouTube app a while ago, and I turned off Shorts because I noticed I had a problem
Hmm.
sitting on Shorts for too long, and I was like, let me just disable Shorts. The temptation won't be there.
That's fair.
Because what would
Instagram
happen
Reels and
is
YouTube
on
Shorts, yeah.
YouTube, I click the app, and then it would instantly go to the Shorts tab. Like it would automatically just send me there, and then I would be
Yeah, it does
scrolling for a
that.
little bit, and then I'd be like, man, I do not know how long I've been on this, but I this was not what I came on YouTube for.
I'm better at getting away from that, but I admit, yeah, there's a reason why TikTok has fucking broken a lot of young people's brains. Um, uh, the only difference between YouTube and TikTok is that YouTube isn't using that data to make us dumber, to make the Chinese government smarter and like more powerful. They're just doing it to make money. Um, so I don't know. I do some YouTube Shorts brain rot, but I can tear myself away eventually.
Well,
I
eventually, everybody has to, eventually come out of it. But it's crazy because I used TikTok before, right?
mm-hmm,
And my brother was like, "Hey, show me your TikTok like screen hours, right?"
mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Okay." I had like an average of like 14 minutes a day, which I was like, "That's not terrible."
That's all
Because
right. Yeah,
I think is I don't scroll though. I only use it to follow like one person that I like.
that's fair.
So I'll just listen, like I'll watch a couple of his, and then I'll be done. But he shows me his, and it's like 5 hours, 8 hours. I'm just like, how are you on TikTok for 8 hours in a single day? That's
Let me look at my
so many
YouTube hours.
hours.
Let me look at my YouTube hours because sometimes I'll use it for
Because I'll do it on YouTube, but the difference with YouTube is that you don't have to actively be scrolling. You could be doing something else, and YouTube can be playing in the background, right? With
yeah,
TikTok, I can't imagine it because you have to actually sit there and scroll every time.
yeah. So for YouTube, I do a lot of YouTube. Um, but a lot of it is uh, it usually. So it depends. Sometimes I used to be worse at this. Sometimes I will turn on a whole playlist when I need to go to sleep. But nowadays I'm usually pretty good at it, where I can be like, if I pick like a 15 to 20-minute video, I'll be asleep before it ends, or at least my oh, what's that part of your brain? The, I'm a psych major. I should know this, but like the part of your brain that starts that like takes in short term memories shuts down, so like you just won't remember a couple of minutes right before you go to sleep.
Yeah.
So by that point, the video is could be over or it could be still going. But uh, it used to be that I would like leave it on all night, and that would run up my screen time. But
Oh man,
now
okay. I'm noticing a problem here. Whenever I turn my headset, it does that because there's no sound. I'm just turning it, and I think
you
once it gets past like a certain degree here, it makes that sound.
you should try not doing that.
Let's test this. How far can I
No,
do
no,
it
we're
before
not
it does it
testing
again?
this
Wait.
during. No, no,
Here see right here? It's still good. Right here,
don't.
maybe it's like a speed thing because like I feel like it hasn't got there yet. Maybe I haven't got to the point yet. There's still some more degrees.
No, we're not. This is not the time for science.
Okay, I think I have a good amount of degrees of freedom here.
I guess whatever.
As long as I don't get too high. Like whoa, like right there maybe. Oh, right there. I forgot what we were talking about.
Ah, man, sometimes you frustrate me. I've forgotten what we're talking about too. Fuck you. Fuck you. This is impossible. I want to die. Is it okay if I just like blow my brains out just real fast, just real quick, you guys? Since he already blew your eardrums out, are you guys okay if I just off myself just real quick? Yeah. Fuck. I don't know. But anywho, yeah.
Something about YouTube Shorts.
Oh yeah. Um, I don't know. Like it really is designed for fucking maximum brain rot, right? Oh no. We were talking about how I used to leave it on all night, but now I've figured it out. But most of the day I just leave it on.
Well, I'll tell you this, Nick.
What?
I used to be somebody who would fall asleep with YouTube on my phone, or
Hmm.
with Hulu on my phone, or whatever app it was I was using at the time.
Yeah.
But now I've gotten to the point where like I can recognize myself getting tired enough to where I'm about to fall asleep, so I'll just turn off my phone like at that point,
I like the noise. I like the white noise. I
right?
used to.
As soon as my eyes get a little too heavy, I'm just like, all right, I'll watch the rest of this later because I don't want to miss it. I'm like, I want to watch the rest of this.
Well, that's when I just switch off, and then usually something in my recommended is either something I've watched before or something I don't really care about, and I'll just turn it on and like use it as a sleep aid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I suppose there are some videos that I do rewatch pretty often, not just like music, but like videos that I think are really funny. So I'll just put them on, and I already know how they go and everything, but it's like it's just great, it's just good comfort. And things, I'll use my full attention to rewatch the videos too. I'll be like, I really want to feel the same way I felt the first time.
That's fair. What I used to do is I would watch um one of my main favorites was zero punctuation yearly compilations. So uh this was back when it was zero punctuation and not fully ramblematic, but while the escapist was still, making those videos instead of like when they moved out on their own. But they would release every zero punctuation with zero punctuation. So as soon as one video ended, the next one would play, and it would be like 4 hours for every year, and I would just listen to it nonstop until um I wouldn't just use it as a sleep aid though, because it's still interesting, it's still jokes and stuff like that. But it got to the point where like I can't use it as like background noise anymore because I've watched every single one. I've listened to all of them over the course of as many hours as I've done, so I can't use it as like background noise anymore whenever I'm playing a game or like editing or something like that. Something like mindless, um, where it's like, yeah. So I just can't do that anymore. But that used to be so good. But it would run at my screen time hours. Now I just use YouTube a lot while I'm awake. Honestly, there's like a couple hours a day where I just sit there and I just watch stuff. But it's a lot of it's like educational. Today I watched a couple of Mr. Beat, not Mr. Beast, Mr. Beat videos. I watched one about George Washington today. It was pretty cool.
I I like watching like the engineering like science YouTubers sometimes, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
Mark Rober. There's like some other engineering guys. I know like Michael Reeves sometimes he'll do videos. They're
Hacksmith.
still I have watched Hacksmith before. I don't watch him too often, but I've watched him a couple times. Like things like that. I like watching those type of things.
Yeah,
They're not
that.
like super educational all the time. They're more for entertainment, but still like there's like
Hmm.
educational things in there. There's this one guy I like watching. His name is like Steve Mold, and he does a lot of like he finds like really weird things to talk about. Like, oh, why is it whenever you throw a ball underneath the table it bounces back towards you and things like that. Like
Hmm.
him trying to like solve some of those like mysteries, and he like pulls out papers, he does tests. That's real interesting, I think. And those ones actually are a tiny bit more educational because like you learn something even though it's not incredibly useful, you know.
Yeah. Let me go through my view history today. Um, a couple of Oboshoes games. Um, stream highlights video of 3 stars in every Modern Warfare 3 Spec Ops mission. Um, Andrew Jackson video, George Washington video, Eckhart's Ladder Star Wars video. Fully Ramblematic came out today. Um, uh, Ludwig. I was watching a couple Luddy videos, ranking every mobile game and ranking every YouTube experimental game.
You know, I used to watch a lot more Ludwig. I haven't really been keeping up with him too much. You know, it's funny. One of his friends,
Mm-hmm.
I watch a lot more than him.
Who, Slime?
No, it's Atrioc. It's like the white guy who used to work at Nvidia.
Oh, yeah.
I think I like a lot of his videos. They're a lot. I think I find him a lot funnier.
That's fair.
But there's some like really good ones that I'll rewatch from him. A lot of them are like kind of your daily, like just whatever he's doing videos, but some of them are like very well planned out or they're like big events. And those ones are the ones I think that I usually rewatch, like the big events that are go on for like days or like set like a long stream.
Yeah.
Because most of his streams that he pulls these videos from are like only like 3 hours long.
Yeah. Let me see what the first video I watched. All right. So it's showing me some from last night because I was up past midnight. I think the first one I saw this morning was a legal video talking about Trump criminal cases due to the Supreme Court ruling. And then a news video, and that was as far back as But then I watched a couple of YouTube shorts today. What do we get today? Oh, that's a lot. I kind of watched a lot today. Oh my god. I don't know. I think I sped through most of these though. I don't think I actually watched all of them. But yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm not as immune to YouTube shorts as I thought, but I mean, hey, don't worry about it. Don't fucking worry about it. But yeah, just that's my YouTube watch history. But it really is, really super fucking addictive. They really do it for a reason. They really got it down.
Like I can send you some videos.
Yeah.
Do you like CS:GO?
No, I don't at all actually.
Perfect. Because that's not really the point of it. It's usually the jokes and stuff that are more the point of it.
That's fair. That's fair. Swagger Souls has done a couple, but anywho, the guys want to do D&D, so let's do a big red button real quick.
Okay, I sent you 2 videos. You can, if you get a chance, I guess you can watch those later.
Yeah, maybe. Big red button. Here, you come up with one.
Damn. All right. So Nick or Kael here
Yes.
will he'll create a life for you, right? And
Okay.
he'll create your backstory, and he'll make you super cool,
Yes.
right? But that other person you were before, you have to like fake your death. That person's gone. You get to live this cool, super cool life that Nick is gonna be about to describe right now.
Well, it would be tapered for each person, right?
No. You're gonna describe a super cool life right now.
Or
I guess we could do it like cater to each person.
It would be catered to each person. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. But what's the catch?
You have to kill off your old identity. Fake your death type of thing. Move to a new place.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. I would do it. Would you do it?
I probably would, to be honest.
I'm good at writing characters and backstories and shit like that, so you probably have a good fucking time. Honestly,
I feel like it'd definitely be one of those things where, if this was something that I didn't have to do right away, and like I just was really having a bad day one day, I'd be like, you know what? Who cares what happens, right? Like keep it as like a backup option.
That's fair.
Like a nuclear button.
No, you gotta do it now. You gotta commit to it now. Are you gonna throw away your life right now and like go somewhere else and be someone else right now?
No, right now I probably would, but I'm saying like if you were having a good life, and I feel like it's still a good thing to keep in the background, like a backup.
I don't know. I'm just saying like you gotta get her done. But anyhow, we gotta go. D&D. Atop the table. Go watch Atop the Table. Love you. Bye. This podcast is sponsored by Amanda Redwine, your no-nonsense talk therapist and parent coach. Serving individuals and couples in both Illinois and Florida for counseling/therapy. as well as worldwide for parent coaching. Amanda's specialty is working with teens and young adults, as well as their family systems. Amanda has extensive experience working with youth who identify on the LGBTQIA+ spectrum. She has also done couples work based on a foundation of the Gottman method. She brings a light, no-nonsense approach to treatment that is approachable and empathetic. She is unflappable and makes her clients comfortable from the very beginning. Find out more at www.amandaredwine.com. That's AmandaRedwine.com. Thank you again for sponsoring this episode, and back to the show. All right, we're back. I'm here with Maxwell. Here we go. Acolyte season finale. We got a lot to talk about. Not a lot of time to do it. What do you got?
I enjoyed it.
Me too. A lot
Anything
of the
more to talk about?
Yeah. What was your favorite part?
The stuff from this episode, the finale.
Yeah, of the finale, what was your favorite part?
So we're spoiling it.
Spoilers in 3, 2, 1, go.
I liked when the crystal bled and turned red.
I liked when Yoda was Yoda.
Great.
It was Puppet Yoda. I like Puppet
Glad
Yoda.
we could share that.
We also got a Plagueis. How do you feel about that? It's a little too early for him in the timeline, isn't it?
That was a crazy cameo. I don't know if that's fan service or not. I mean, now it's just canon.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how we feel about it. I don't know. I thought it was cool. Now I guess we just have to think about, hey, where do we go from here? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, season 2.
Well, yeah, but what do we think is going to happen in season 2?
I think I'm not sure. Not sure what's going to happen.
Yeah. I feel like eventually we're going to be seeing the we're going to be seeing a like the reason why they consider this to be the fall of the High Republic, right? Like we're going to be seeing that. So we need to like there's going to have to be like some kind of scandal of some description, and you know what I mean? Like there's going to have to be some kind of bad shit happening, and that's going to have to be a problem. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna the Jedi are gonna fall from grace.
The Jedi are bad. The Jedi are good.
Your mom's a Jedi. I don't know what to tell you, but I think we're gonna see something, right? But that is confirmed to be Darth Plagueis. It is immune. We didn't see. For a second there, I thought they were gonna be like, oh, so this is like Plagueis's predecessor. You know, he kind of looked like a Duros to me. Maybe it was just the TV I was watching on, or maybe it was the fact that we couldn't really see him all that well, and that it doesn't really make sense in the timeline.
Except we know that it is him.
But yeah, we officially know that it is him.
So I think Palpatine is going to be in the second season.
You think he's going to be like way older?
Maybe not, but like it's just Plagueis, right? Like, is he going to be the same master for the next? Because this is still 1,000 years before, right?
100 years.
Oh, it's 100 years. So yeah, Plagueis might be in the show.
1,000 years before was Darth Bane. That's So there was.
So they're using that.
Mm-hmm. So this is 132 BBY, which means Vernestra is at least 100 something years old. So that means Plagueis could be, couple hundred. I wouldn't doubt that. But Verdestra has not aged a fucking day, which is, you know, I feel like they had a compromise where they want to show Plagueis, but they want to, like they can't. How do I say it? Like they want to do Plagueis, but they want to have some recognizable characters from the High Republic era. So they've retconned the Mary Allens. We've talked about this before, but they've retconned the Mary Allens to live like a million fucking years without aging, which is, again, doesn't really make a lot of sense. There should be, if they live that long, that means that there should be a lot more of them. But whatever, it's fine. It's whatever. But
You seem very upset about it.
I'm just saying it doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, a lot of the things that people have been bitching about in this show, or about this show, have been a lot of nothing burger issues. But this, like, actually, if you look at it, doesn't work, like, logically. Which just is kind of annoying. You know what I mean? I don't know. But it's whatever. I'm down. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I don't care. I don't even care. I don't even care at all. Plagueis is cool. Who is your dream voice cast for Plagueis? Who do you want him? Who do you want to voice him?
The guy from Audible.
Who did they get to voice him in the Audible? I don't know who it is.
Well, there's
actually.
the book Darth Plagueis, and then they just had this narrator, and he just sounded great as Plagueis.
Okay, let me look. Narrated by Daniel Davis. Okay, I don't know who Daniel Davis is.
I mean, maybe he won't be perfect because it couldn't get me to stick through the whole book, but you know.
He was in Star Trek. He was also in The Hunt for Red October. Yeah, I don't know. I would prefer it with something else.
All
Who's
then
a real good?
Give us your suggestion.
Well, I was about to start talking about that. Who's a good
Of
villain?
course.
Who's a good villain actor that hasn't already played someone in Star Wars?
I don't know. All I can think of are villain actors in Star Wars.
Exactly, because there aren't a lot of good villain actors who haven't played someone in Star Wars. What if they just got Tom Cruise? How would you feel about that?
Be fine.
Ryan Reynolds. What if they got Ryan Reynolds to do it? How would you feel about that?
I kind of just don't want him in Star Wars. Not gonna lie. He's already wielded a lightsaber, so he's already doing the most.
That's true. That's true. You know who might be okay? You're gonna have to stick with me here. What if they got what's his name? I'm blanking on his name. The guy who played Morpheus
Yeah, to do what?
to voice Plagueis. The Fish, Lawrence Fishburne. How'd you feel about that?
I don't know, the same.
Ooh, what about Hugo Weaving? Hugo Weaving could do a good job.
Didn't they not hire him from the Matrix because he was too overweight?
He's a voice actor. Darth Plagueis is CG. He would just be a voice actor. He already did voice work as Megatron. You know?
Hugo Weaving?
Yeah. He was Megatron in the first 3 Transformers movies, the Michael Bay ones.
Oh, I guess he was.
Mm-hmm. And then they got Frank Welker to be Galvatron, even though Leonard Nimoy was already Galvatron, but Leonard Nimoy voiced Sentinel Prime, and then Sentinel Prime died in 3, but then they got the original voice actor to play the incarnation of Megatron that he didn't voice. It's very confusing.
It is
and
confusing.
also those movies
They
sucked.
should have let Leonard Nimoy voice Galvatron and not Sentinel Prime.
Leonard Nimoy was dead by that point, I'm pretty sure.
Then they should have just went with Galvatron instead of Sentinel Prime.
Yeah, but then it would have kind of been weird because then you'd have Galvatron and Megatron at the same time.
Well, you just...
They just shouldn't have made those movies. At the end of the day, they just shouldn't have made those fucking movies, honestly.
Well, a lot of money says otherwise.
I mean, there was a lot of money to be made in a lot of tragedies. There was a lot of money to be made in 9/11, but you don't see me saying.
I don't know how we got to that.
Maxwell, you're from New York. Everything's about 9/11 for you. Don't try and pin this on me.
Yeah, well, Team America was a movie, not real life.
I mean, wasn't it? Isn't Matt Damon really stupid? What if Matt Damon was the villain? What if Matt Damon was Darth Plagueis? But he does the Boston accent. How would you feel about a Bostonian Darth Plagueis?
I don't know.
Palpatine, you gotta use the dark side. We gotta go to Duncan. How'd you feel about that? I think that would be pretty cool. Yeah, I think Hugo Weaving, honestly. If we're talking about like actors who haven't been in Star Wars yet, Hugo Weaving would be fucking lit as Darth Plagueis. I guess we'll see closer to season 2 who they get for that, but yeah, I think that would be really cool. And I don't know, do you remember back in the lead up to the Rise of Skywalker, they were talking about having a young Palpatine, and they were talking about the casting, and there was like a rumor going around that Matt Smith was going to be playing a young Palpatine. I'm a little bummed out because now Matt Smith is too old for that. Matt Smith is too old to play a young Palpatine. That's frustrating. But the fucking that one kid from House of the Dragon could play a young Palpatine. The one who's playing Aegon, the king, he could play a good young Palpatine. How do you feel about that?
The king from Lord of the Rings?
No, from House of the Dragon.
Oh, maybe he could be a Palpatine. I don't know.
Like a young Palpatine, but a young Palpatine, you know what I mean? That'd be cool. Matt Smith's too old for it.
No, they should just like do facial prosthetics on
some random guy, but make it like a very young Ian McDiarmid, like before he started acting.
Yeah, just
like
do a lot of facial prosthetic.
Do like a CG of like Ian McDiarmid, but they only have like black and white photos of when he was like 4 years old. So they make a 4-year-old Palpatine by CGI. So it's like the CG baby from Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2. So it's fucking terrifying. I think that's what they should do. Yes, I agree. I don't know. I like the idea of the fucking of like all of it being a lead up to young Palpatine like getting into power. Like he's gonna kill the Stranger, or maybe the Stranger is Palpatine. That would be stupid. Would you hate the show if they did that? If they said that?
It just wouldn't make sense.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Also, I really hope Frank Oz lives long enough to give us another good Yoda performance. I want him to be a very central figure in this show, and I want Frank Oz to give it his all. And I want Puppet Yoda. I miss Puppet Yoda so bad. He's my favorite. But also, I don't want him to look like that one concept art that I keep bringing up on the show, but it keeps being funny, where it looks like Yoda and Mace Windu had a baby. I don't want him to look like that, but it would be really funny. But yeah, I don't know. I just want I want a good Yoda performance in this one, and I don't want him to just be in one episode. I want him to be like a central figure.
Is Frank Oz still alive?
Yeah, he is. He's just expensive, so you don't see him in a lot of things. But yeah, no, he's still kicking.
I really wish they did the puppet.
In what?
If they bring Yoda back.
Oh yeah. I mean, the back of his head, that was definitely a puppet. So, you know, we're halfway there. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa. He's actually there. He's not CG. And he's looking very green. Whoa. He's actually there. There you go. That's my little song. Merry Christmas. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, that was wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you for giving me this beautiful opportunity. Speaking of season finales this week, have you watched the other big season finale?
No.
Oh, okay.
I've been busy.
When you're not busy, I'll just say they're very similar.
Okay.
Billy Butcher actually pulls out a lightsaber. It's really crazy. They really went into left field with this one.
Okay. I've watched Free Guy. I know Star Wars.
Do you know Star Wars? How did you feel about Free Guy? I watched that movie. Did you like it or did you hate it? I feel like that's a movie where people only have strong opinions about it. They either love it or they hate it or they thought it was okay.
I'm never watching it again.
Because you hated it?
Because it's not a movie that needs rewatching.
That's true. That's very true. I don't know. I didn't like it that much.
Like, I enjoy movies where I can go back and then notice new details. But I don't think there will be anything new.
No, I think there's a lot of like sight gags and like references to like video games and shit like that. I think there's like some of that. I just don't think like the plot is all that interesting.
Yeah, it's not my speed.
Yeah. I would say what would you say is the best Ryan Reynolds movie?
Deadpool.
1 or 2?
Probably the first one.
Yeah, I think the first one's probably better as well. 2 is bigger, but it's not necessarily better. Oh, wait. Next week, literally 8 days from now is, as we're recording this, sorry, this is the 18th as we're recording this. On July 26th, Deadpool and Wolverine comes out. Are you excited for that, yes or no?
Yes, but I don't know.
I'm probably going to make you watch it.
Well, yeah, I am going to I know you're going to make me watch it.
Gunpoint. You're going to feel a cold metal thing pointed at your back the whole movie. And you're not allowed to get up and go pee either. So you better get that done before. Yeah, I don't know. I should be more excited for it than I am, but I just they keep saying that like it's gonna be all Deadpool, like the studios took a risk on the first one and it paid off. So they didn't do all too much on the second one. They just gave them more money and they said go nuts with it. And that one made a bunch of money too. So I bet they're not gonna do too much, but I just feel like they're gonna lose some of the magic, right? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, the first two have sauce, and I don't think this is gonna have sauce. You know what I mean? Like, do you remember that video where it was like, Deadpool and Taika Waititi, the Rock, Taika Waititi, and it was on YouTube. It was like a teaser for Deadpool joining the MCU. Do you remember that?
I don't know.
It was just like a short little YouTube teaser video. And I don't know. It felt like it had no sauce. And I feel like Kevin knows that he has no sauce. So he's just bringing back shit from the Fox era. So I don't know. It feels like there's no sauce. The sauce is dry. The bottle is empty. You know what I mean? They all feel the same, and I don't think this one's going to be that funny. Like, it's going to be R-rated, which is cool. But, I don't know. Who do you get a text from?
You're listening?
I heard it, yeah. But, yeah. I don't know.
My mom.
Say hi.
Yeah, I don't know.
That better have been you telling her that I said hi.
It's not. It's my dad talking.
Okay. That's boring.
Well, you asked.
I know, but whatever. I don't know. I feel like there's no sauce left in the MCU bottle. Like, there's not even any packets left, you know? There's not even any, like, ketchup packets or whatever full of MCU sauce anymore. You know, not even in one of those drawers that you, like, don't open all the way, so you forget that you've put all the Chinese restaurant sauces in there.
Right.
So yeah.
I mean, they do have reshoots.
Yeah, like that's ever helped a film. Jesus.
Well, I'm saying that's just what they have.
Yeah, they've got reshoots. They do got reshoots. I don't know. I personally, I'm going to be honest with you. I think the vast majority of Marvel shit isn't as interesting as DC shit. Marvel doesn't have as many stories that are like all-time classics like DC does, right? Because DC has Flashpoint, which they tried to do and failed miserably. Dark Knight Returns, which they tried to do and failed miserably. Long Halloween, which they did pretty well. Year One, which is they also kind of did that a little bit. The Court of Owls, they haven't done that one yet in live action, in a real film. I'm not counting Gotham. Gotham sucks. They haven't done what's that one where Batman Nightfall, where Batman gets his back broken. They kind of did that, but they didn't include like Azrael or anything in that. And that would have been fucking awesome. Because they fucked up Bane so bad in The Dark Knight Rises. Christopher Nolan has no sauce sometimes. Like, we're talking about the MCU having no sauce. Christopher Nolan has no fucking sauce.
Like, I mean, The Dark Knight is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, but it doesn't have sauce. You know what I mean? Like, it's good. It's got good acting. But it doesn't have sauce.
I fail to see your opinion. I don't know. There's just like, they made Batman have a good standalone movie. It's just a good movie.
Yeah.
It's a well-made modern movie.
I mean, yeah, but The Batman was
not the same movie.
But like, you know, a good Batman standalone movie, they've been doing that since the 80s.
I mean, yeah, it's something different.
It is different.
It's not the same.
Yeah, but like The Batman has sauce, right? Like that hallway scene where he cuts out the lights and it's illuminated only by the gunfire, that's fucking sauce. The fucking car chase scene, that's sauce. The Dark Knight does not have that sauce. It has one car chase scene, which is really good, and then the rest of the action scenes suck. Christopher Nolan cannot do action scenes with sauce. He cannot, and I think that's why he stopped trying to. Because Tenet,
Yeah, you really believe that?
his best movie, is a film that has no action scenes.
Well, I mean, like, you remember when Batman like landed on a by a plane in Hong Kong, or when the
It was the opposite.
Joker flipped the truck.
I
You don't
talked
remember
about the
any of
car
that?
chase scene. The car chase scene has sauce.
Okay, so you just said it. He doesn't have any.
He had like one small packet worth of sauce, and he used it in that. And granted, that one chase scene is really fucking good. It's really fucking good. But all the rest of the action in that movie is sort of like secondary. Like it's not. It's good, but it's not like, or it's like okay, but it's not like. You want the action to be over to go back to the talking scenes.
The talking
want to
scenes
go
are
back to
boring.
Heath
What, you
Ledger.
like exposition? Is that what you're saying?
No, I like fucking Heath Ledger's Joker. I like the performances, but the action should be as good as the performances.
I
The
mean,
Batman,
it just is.
they're not. The action scenes are so much less than the performances. Heath Ledger gives an all-timer. Michael Caine does a really good job in the first two. He doesn't do a great job in the third, but that's more writing than acting. Gary Oldman does some of his best work in The Dark Knight, like ever in his entire career. Like normally Gary Oldman is crazy and nutty, but like when he's the fucking straight man in that trilogy, and in the first two movies he absolutely kills. Right? He's got the acting sauce, but he doesn't have the action sauce. And so it's just like you're watching the action and you're just a little bit underwhelmed. It's worse in Batman Begins and The Dark Knight Rises. Like, The Dark Knight, it definitely is the best of the three, but it's still not like the Batman, or like it's not a masterpiece, right? It's not an action masterpiece when it should be, and it could be.
I'm sorry it disappoints you.
I mean, it's still like a 9 out of 10 great film. I love it. It's a crime movie with Batman in it. It's not a Batman movie. It is a crime thriller with Batman in it. And it feels like Christopher Nolan is embarrassed that he's making a superhero movie.
I mean, I feel like Batman movies are consistently crime thrillers.
Yes, but there's like a it's like fucking Heat, or not Heat. I don't know, The Departed with Batman in it, and not Batman with crime thriller in it. You know what I mean?
No.
Like the focus is different. Again, I keep going back to The Batman, but that is bar none, I think, the best Batman movie we've ever gotten. It's fucking amazing how good that movie is. It had no right to have that much sauce, but it did. Like everything in it is like very focused on like Batman himself. It's a character piece. He actually goes through a character arc in it.
He does in like all the movies, man.
He doesn't in Batman 89. He doesn't in Returns. He doesn't really in Forever.
Okay, so you're using the George Clooney movies?
No, I haven't gotten to George Clooney yet. George Clooney has one movie, and that's Batman and Robin, and
Well, Batman Forever is
Val
what's
Kilmer.
his name? Val Kilmer's only Batman movie too.
Yeah, and Val Kilmer, honestly, not a terrible Batman. He's all right. He's good at both. He's if Kevin Conroy wasn't a thing, I would say that Val Kilmer is probably the best example of someone doing both in a Batman movie. Like the Bruce Wayne and the Batman. Val Kilmer does a good job at both.
I'm glad we could talk about Batman.
Yes. but like there's other like DC stories, and I feel like Marvel has kind of run out of all the stories that they have. You know,
Yes, but what does this tell us about the Acolyte?
Nothing really. We were talking about Deadpool. We were talking about Ryan Reynolds being Darth Plagueis, and then we were talking about Deadpool. I think the moral of the story is Deadpool should not appear in Star Wars.
All right. I can get behind that message.
Yeah.
I don't know how we got here. I mean, you did explain it.
Yes. And also, floss? Is that also a good message? Are you okay with that?
What did you say?
Flossing. Is that a good message?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone floss.
Yeah. Not the dance move. The dentist.
That was
the dental thing.
My impression was we were just telling everyone to floss the dance move.
I mean, when was the last time you heard about Backpack Kid? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
I think I want to. I have a theory about him. You know what? I think he was too busy doing the dance move flossing and not actually flossing, and then all his teeth fell out. So you don't want to be like that. So go brush your teeth and floss. You want a big red button?
Sure.
I already went over this with Danny. But I will design you a brand new life with backstory and characters and everything. But you have to fake your death and kill your old identity.
Hold on, what?
You have to go through like all the work of like faking your death and like killing your old identity. But I design you a new life with like backstory and characters and shit like that.
I don't really want that. So I probably won't hit the button.
That's fair. I would do it just because I know I could come up with something cool. I think Danny said that he would, but I think we were both in a space where we were very stressed right now, or right then, and I'm still in that space kind of. So I would still take it, but yeah, I feel it. But yeah, that's good. All right. Nothing more to talk about.
All right then. That was.
Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
I mean, not with the time we have.
That's fair. All right. Social media, patreon.com. We want to thank Justin Connor again. Good Lord. What is it? In 2 more episodes, you will have been supporting us for 2 straight years. We really appreciate it. Thank you very much. If you want a cool shout out like that, head on over to patreon.com/IIHS podcast. You could join our normal supporters tier, get a shout out, get access to part 1 of every episode early. But if you join our $5 influential and successful tier, you get an even cooler shout out, and you get access to all of our episodes early and ad free, and all of our movie commentaries. We've done quite a few. We'll probably do a couple more this year. We did our 4. We did about 6 last year, 6 or 7, and we've done 4 this year. So we've got about 3 more this year. So we'll figure it out. But yeah. So we'll definitely be posting more. But if you want to listen to all the ones that we have so far, that's the best way to do it. And there's even a 7-day free trial. So if you don't like it, hey, no harm, no foul. But if you also want to just keep updated with news and topic suggestions and Q&A, we are on social media at IIHS Podcast, all one word. We are on Threads, YouTube, and Instagram. We're not on Twitter. Fuck you, Elon. Yeah, so just follow us there for updates, topic suggestions, Q&A. We try to get these uploaded onto YouTube as well on the same day, but sometimes it takes a little bit longer depending on the length and just if RSS wants to work or not. but we try to get them uploaded same day. Other than that, I don't have anything. Do you have anything?
Nope.
All right, cool. My name is Kael. I've been incredibly influential.
My name is Maxwell. I've been highly successful.
We'll talk to you guys next week. See ya!